In this video, I will be demonstrating how to set a static DNS on Server Core Domain Controller 1 and verify its functionality. Then we're going to install Active Directory Domain Services and look at the unattend file that we're required to use. And last, we're going to verify the Kerberos SRV record. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to configure a static DNS address. This is a very straightforward process, and here's a command that we're going to use to do that. netsh interface IPv4 add DNS server, and our local area connection as well as our preferred DNS server. We're going to click enter. As you can see, for local area connection, there's our DNS server. Another way to prove that this is going to work is we're going to go ahead and ping the writable domain controller by its name and its IP address. So as you can see, it is being resolved to the 10.1.1.200. Then we're going to go ahead and ping the 10.1.1.200 address as well. As you can see, we've just configured the DNS settings. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to install Active Directory Domain Services on Server Core Domain Controller. But first, we're going to look at the unattend file that we have to use. So where it says replica or new domain equals replica, since domain already exists, we choose replica to add this server as additional domain controller. And then our next line, replica domain DNS name equals domain01.local. That is the fully qualified domain name for the domain of the new domain controller. For the site name line, that is the default selection for the name of where the domain controller is located, geographically speaking. The next line says install DNS, which makes this domain controller a DNS server. The next line as well says confirm GC equals yes. That also makes this domain controller a global catalog. The next line, user domain equals domain01.local. That is the domain in which the student 01 account that we're going to use on the line below is located. And of course, the password line is self-explanatory. The database path line is the location of where the ntds.dit file is going to be located. The log path line is going to be the location of the database log files. And the sysvol path line is going to be the location of the sysvol tree. Last but not least, we have the safe mode admin password. That is the password for the administrator user to start the domain controller in the directory services restore mode. Now that we have examined the contents of the unattend file, we have to execute the dc promo command. This command is on the screen as you can see here. All we have to do is type in and click enter. As you can see, it will do its thing. The server will automatically restart when the role installs successfully. So the last thing we have left to do is examine the Kerberos SRV record. This is a simple process as we use NSLOOKUP. The first line that we type in is set type equals SRV. The next one will be underscore Kerberos dot underscore TCP dot DC dot underscore MSDCS dot domain01.local. And if we hit enter, there's our Kerberos SRV record. At the bottom, there are two entries for server core, which is the one ending in .203, and our writable domain controller, which ends in .200. This is the end of my lab video for Lab 2 in INTC 2050. See you next time.